If you are anything like me, you might spend a considerable amount of time browsing through the wonderful world of YouTube. Now, I like to watch a variety of different things, and every now and then, I stumble onto a video about some kind of military or military equipment. You can watch a video essay about why this is the best tank ever, or you can watch a video about why it's actually the worst tank ever. Here's a video explaining why this plane was a waste of money. JK, here's a video about why it's the greatest fighter jet ever made. And remember, if someone disagrees with you about how good a plane is, just leak classified documents onto the internet. Why would you do that? But let's put a pin in that for a minute, because what you really want in a war is a bear.
War has changed.
Today we're going to talk about a truly remarkable story from World War II, about a brown bear named Wojtek, who served alongside the Polish army. That's right, a bear. Now, to start this story, we have to go back to 1942. Many Polish soldiers were evacuating the Soviet Union. To give you a bit of context about what was happening, essentially the Soviet Union invaded eastern Poland and sent many Polish POWs to Siberian gulags. But when the Germans invaded the Soviet Union, the Allies were able to make a pact with Stalin, release the Poles and have them join Allied forces to fight in Europe. Now, on the journey back, the Polish soldiers encountered something odd in a railroad station in Hamadan, Iran. A young boy selling a bear. Well, a bear cub. Unfortunately, the bear's mother had been shot by hunters. Now, the soldiers didn't purchase the baby bear right away, and it was actually a civilian with them who got the ball rolling. An 18-year-old refugee who was traveling with them was taken by the bear cub. Her name was Irina, and she convinced Lieutenant Anatol to buy the bear. So when they all showed up in the Polish refugee camp outside of Tehran, they also had a bear, and the bear needed a name. So the soldiers called him Wojtek, meaning happy warrior or joyful warrior. Now, little Wojtek had some trouble swallowing at first, so he was fed condensed milk from an old vodka bottle. After a while, he moved up to fruit, marmalade, honey, and syrup, and sometimes he was even given beer, which became his favorite drink. He also enjoyed receiving cigarettes, which he would eat, and on some mornings he would have some coffee. And he became popular, and the soldiers seemed to really like him. If it was a particularly cold night, he'd sleep with the soldiers, and during the day, Wojtek and the soldiers would wrestle together just for fun. He apparently even learned how to salute, and even marched on his hind legs when he saw other soldiers doing so. He traveled with the 22nd Company to Iraq, through Syria, Palestine, and Egypt. He was a bit of a chancer, and when he learned how to use the showers, he would sneak in and turn them on to cool himself off, and to get some water, which was a bit of a problem since they had to ration water. But considering the heat in these places, can you really blame him? Now, from Egypt, the Polish 2nd Corps were assigned to fight along the British 8th Army in the Italian campaign. A British transport ship came to bring them from Egypt to Italy, but there was a problem. According to regulations, the British transport ship wasn't allowed to bring any mascot or pet animal. So what about Wojtek? Well, they figured a way around the restrictions. Wojtek was officially drafted into the Polish army as a private.
War has changed.
He even got his own paybook, rank, and serial number, though he didn't actually ever get paid. Now, I should mention as time was passing, little Wojtek was becoming less little. Now, the Syrian brown bear is considered one of the smaller subspecies of brown bear, but even a small brown bear is kinda big. They can grow anywhere from about 6 to 8 feet long and weigh up to 500 pounds or more. By the time Wojtek took part in the first battle, the Battle of Monte Cassino, he was 200 pounds. Now let's talk a little bit about the battle. You might think that a bear would have been going around shredding people apart, but that wasn't his role. In fact, he was a rather peaceful bear, but he still helped. There's an interview with a British soldier where he talks about how he was shocked to see a 6-foot bear carrying artillery shells during the battle. Now, what he was actually carrying is difficult to get a straight answer to, but it seemed like he copied the men by carrying crates of ammo and stacking them into a truck. And being a bear, he was able to carry crates that would usually take 4 men, and he never dropped any. The image of him carrying an artillery shell would become the emblem of the 22nd Company and earned Wojtek a promotion. He was promoted to corporal. Now, after the war, the 22nd Company and Wojtek went to Winfield Airfield on Sunwick Farm in Scotland. Apparently, there are still bear claw marks on the trees in the garden. After the 22nd Company were demobilized, Wojtek was sent to Edinburgh Zoo. Many former Polish soldiers would visit him, and he seemed to recognize them, and he'd respond happily. In December of 1963, at the age of 21, Wojtek passed away. He apparently weighed close to 1,000 pounds and was around 6 feet tall. Now, I will say, of course, it's not good to give a bear beer and cigarettes and to take it out of the wild, etc. But for an orphan bear cub in the 1940s, it sounds like the soldiers did what they could. He was part of their unit and they loved that big hairy boy. And he was apparently a great motivator for the troops. As one soldier said, "For people who are far from families, far from their home country, from a psychological viewpoint, it was very important." And you can debate back and forth whether or not this was a good or bad thing, but for me, I just hope the soldiers and the bear were able to enjoy being around each other, and that maybe it made a bad situation a little less bad for both of them. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. And I just want to give an extra special thank you to anyone who supported me on Patreon. Anyway, I hope you have a great day.